I think that we water down childhood obesity because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. And I will tell you that, I've got beat up many times before when I call out childhood obesity, and people say I'm fat shaming and, that I'm just rude and mean, and there's just no way to help people. Well, I've struggled with my weight. My youngest son struggled with his weight, and I can tell you, when he was going to the doctor for routine checkups, the wellness visits, which we'll never do again. Not once did his pediatrician ever say anything about his weight. And he was 147 pounds when he was 10. He was probably 5 foot. So do the math. He's a good 50 pounds overweight. I mean, he was morbidly obese on the chart probably. Not once did they say anything about his weight. And, the implications of that are, why do you think we have childhood obesity? Why do you think we have all these chronic diseases in children? And all we really need to do is be honest with them. And I tell people, whether it be children or whether it be adults, that, the reason I talk about obesity is because I love people. It's not because I hate them. I'm not shaming them. It's because I love people and I want them to live a long, healthy life. And obesity-related disease kills more Americans than anything. So talk about how your childhood journey, and you talked about people said you only need to lose 20 pounds. Do you feel like people watered it down when you were, overweight when you were a kid?
I do. And I think the main reason that most people water it down is because they have a bit of a skewed perspective on what childhood obesity means. Childhood obesity means you're metabolically unhealthy. But what people look at it as is, oh, he's going to grow really tall. They always compared me to my grandpa, who was 6 foot, and they told me I was going to be 6 foot. And that's the reason why you have extra weight, because you're just going to be bigger. You're going to need more weight. Which did not end up being true. I'm still 5'6". But I think it's not necessarily that people told me I only had 20 pounds to lose. It's that in their mind, where I was going to be a decade from then, I would only have 10, 20 pounds to lose. Which I feel like if you're going to grow into a certain kind of height or body and you're going to grow that much or whatever it is, grow into that. Don't be, the size of a person who's that much taller than you for the next decade of your life. When you start growing, you eat more. Why do you eat more? Because you need more mass at that time, not 10 years before. At that rate, we should just be having 5-year-olds be 130 pounds because, in 10 years, he's going to weigh that much. That's not the solution. You're just making the child unhealthy before they have to be. And I think the main reason child obesity is a thing is because, well, A, their parents were most likely metabolically unhealthy when they had them, because this has been going on for a lot longer than just Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And now these children are being raised with metabolically unhealthy foods. So you stack on a metabolically unhealthy parent that made you with an metabolically unhealthy upbringing. You get some of the most unhealthy, chronically inflamed and diseased people. And a lot of it just stems from either A, processed foods that your body just doesn't recognize as nutrition because of the processing and whatever's in them, or B, just overconsumption of sugar, and your liver can't take it and your body can't take it because we're not designed to run on that. Our body doesn't store sugar, it stores fat, and it stores fat for a reason.